Alright, we have the second video on this little miniature antique fan. I don't know what brand this fan is, but here's the second video on it, really. So this is the smallest antique fan I own. Well, antique, not vintage, because that battery fan right there, as you can see, I think that's the smallest that I own. As far as like vintage, but not antique stuff like this. And yeah, but yeah, I do not know what brand this fan is, but okay, I have to set this darn camera up. Okay, anyway, so this is a 6-inch fan. Well, I know it's probably like 8 inches, but it's a 6-inch fan in my opinion because it's small. This is not, and fans this size, I'm kind of more familiar with them. Because when I started with antique fans, they were around 16 inches. And then I also just got my new Westinghouse 16-inch standard right there. I'm hoping to find the Power Air soon. But that's the standard. The Power Air is a bit more like the Lively Air, but it has a ring rather than like a line going across it that says Westinghouse. But it has the same blade as that fan now, I believe. I'm not sure. But this fan, this little fan, I do not know the brand on it. It's not, I have a whole bunch of antique fan brand names that you guys might be familiar with. So this fan is not branded anything really. It's not branded Arctic Air. It's not branded Signal. It's not branded Westinghouse. It's not branded GE or General Electric. It's not branded Manning Bowman. And it's not branded Rums and Myers. And of course, and definitely of course, it's not branded Lasco, because Lasco obviously, well, I think Lasco did make vintage fans at the time, but I don't know. I think they came out with like some sort of vintage box fan. I'm not sure. I think the only vintage fan that I remember Lasco doing are the table fans with 12-inch to 16-inch table fans with colored blades, like the blue ones. The blue ones are not actually; they're mostly branded Galaxy, but yeah. So a little story on this fan, and I'll show you guys why. So first of all, this fan, here's my hand for size. If you don't believe me on how small this fan is. So when I got this fan, the cord was all beat up. This is not the original cord. The original cord was just in horrible condition. So this is a regular modern project cord from Home Depot. And actually, it's actually a lot safer and longer than this thing. So apparently, like the original limb. So, yeah. Because look how long this cord is now. It goes around here. I'm assuming like the original cord would go like here, maybe. I'm not sure. But this cord right here is definitely a lot safer than the previous cord it had. And that's the thing too. This one has the original plug on this thing. It looked really cool, but it was really dangerous. It had like the screws right here. It was like exposed or anything, so it's just blurry. So this is a lot safer, and also the original plug couldn't even. I had to wrap my fingers like this and really grip onto it. So this cord is a lot more grippy. Um, so let's go and get a little bit of a close-up look. You can see there's a place for a badge, but I think it might have fallen off during shipping to the store. There's the base. The blades, which are mangled as the fan rattles as it's on. This is not the only antique table fan of this size that I've seen. This is the only one that I own, though. I've seen this. I've done a few of these antique store videos, and you guys have seen that I've recorded the antique store where I bought that Westinghouse. It had like these two painted fans. I think the smaller one, was like I meant to say 6-inch. I think I just said 8-inch the entire time, but yeah. But that fan, it was a small one like this one, but I thought it was unbranded, but I think it was a Dominion fan. I think those were made by Hawkins in the UK, but it was painted. The blades were painted red. The hub was painted yellow, so it's kind of like a flower. And the base was painted green, so that's actually pretty cool. And then the other one, which I believe is a 12-inch, like the Westinghouse Livelier, that one was painted. Not sure, but that one was for $225, and the Dominion was for $175. So yeah. And then the antique store that I got this fan from, and the Westinghouse, I made a video on that store after I bought these two fans. And I saw this 6-inch Zero fan. The brand is literally Zero, and I've heard this brand all over YouTube. And the fan was green, but I believe in some videos of these fans, the Zero fan, they'd be like the guard and the blades would be like silver, the badge would be orange, and the base would be like a aqua blue or something. Not sure, turquoise maybe. But yeah. And then there was also a Vornado window fan, which I think I was gonna get. It was around $200 though. But yes, let's go and go to the back of the fan now. It's got a pretty small motor. This is the shaft here, the little piston thing, and it's got the inside of the motor. Let's get a closer look. It has a pretty small motor. This kind of looks like one of those Ariad siren motors. But this is the little shaft. This is the end of the shaft here. And I'm going to zoom in very much inside there. The original plan to repair this fan was to open it up, but this thing is riveted shut and you can't open it up. So we just had to squirt some oil into this fan. That's the thing as well. First of all, that's the insulation for the fan. So basically, so that the wires would not be exposed, showing that the cord would be split. And the fan was incredibly slow in the testing video when I did the before restoration testing of it. I'm gonna show you guys the bottom real quick. Nothing really. I don't know if this is aluminum or steel. This little wing nut thing here, which loosens. Oh, okay. It loosens and tightens up like that. Yeah, you get the idea. I shouldn't have tightened it up, loosened it to make it look like that. Okay. And right after I remember the fan was so slow and it barely did any air, and it was just pathetic. But now this thing runs like a little monster. Well, sometimes it'll run faster than it usually. Sometimes it'll run faster and slower at the same time. Sometimes I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and plug it in, and we're gonna see how it runs. First of all, I'm gonna turn off this power strip just to make things easier. It's plugged in. All right, here we go. Ready? Right. So as you can tell, it gets faster, but as it gets faster, it starts to rattle a lot. It's pushing out a good breeze, but yeah, and I can actually feel the vibration through the bed. But yeah. Alright. I don't want it to overheat, so I'm gonna unplug it. Or turn it off at least. I forgot to mention that it does that whenever you turn it off. But yeah, nothing really too special. It's just a little mini antique fan that I got for $110. So yeah, and also, yeah, it took like over like an hour to put this cord on because we had to do the soldering. But I still cannot believe how beat up the actual cord, your original cord was to this thing. But anyway, it's a really neat little fan. I would hope to find some more 6 to 8 inch table fans that are vintage, just like this one. And yeah, it's not really complemented to like other fans, like so this is kind of like the vintage version of my Better Homes and Gardens 8-inch retro table fan from Walmart. It runs, and that fan is just awesome. Anyway, and it's in a bit better condition than this one. But anyway, thanks for watching. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next fan video. Peace.